Hey everyone, this is Nitro. In this video, I'm going to be clearing the 5th and final challenge battle of the Night of Lost Souls event, Lurking in the Night. Full disclosure, unless you have like an endgame party, I do not recommend you try this challenge. The 20 turn limit is brutal, and you need a very powerful party to actually be able to kill the enemies in time. More on that later. Okay. One thing that you need to be aware of is a very, very strong party for this fight would be the following: Luna, Narm, Renee, Lana, Bozel, and then Tiaris for healing. This is one very effective party if you do have Renee built up, but if you don't have Renee built up, then you're probably going to have to change things up. So I'm going to just demonstrate a party without Renee, and I'm going to actually, being a Leon player, I'm going to play Empire party. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Ares, Leon, and Bernhardt as 3 damage dealers. And then I'm going to have Lana and Bozel as my magic damage dealers. Because you're going to need a mix of both attacks, because the Razortooth is immune to physical damage, whereas the Darkweave is immune to magic damage. A few other factors about these enemies is that before initiating combat, they'll do 300% increased damage to the target that's fighting them. And finally, they will apply a passive effect on your characters, which is a buff, where the character that attacks and adjacent characters will take 100% less magic damage from the enemy for 2 turns. Okay. So, and then the other one, Razortooth, will apply pretty much the same thing, but instead of magic, it's physical damage. Okay. So let's just get started. I'll go over the second phase when I reach it, which is after you've killed off these 2 characters. Okay. So nothing else needs to be said at this point. Let's just begin. Okay. So here we go. From the danger zone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with everyone approaching. So what that means is, let's have, for example, have Bozel shift forward and faction buff. I'm going to have Lana shift forward and just Dark Reaper attack. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to have Ares run forward and attack right away. So let's just have him use, I guess, the roar skill. Alright. So let's have Leon shift forward. We're gonna have Bernhardt faction buff. And finally, I'm just going to have Tiaris miracle up everyone right away. So now, combat occurs. These enemies target the closest character to them, so it's a useful factor in this fight. So I'm going to start with Bernhardt, who has to debuff Darkweave. So he'll attack, and my Bernhardt specifically is bringing Divine Boots to be able to retreat 2 tiles after attacking. Right? And then I'll have Leon, I guess, assault and retreat. Right. So I'm going to move Tiaris up and just have her heal up Ares for now, and healing light the others. Ares is going to use another attack skill now on Darkweave. And finally, let's have these 2 attack. So let's say Lana, Free Strike, and Bozel will Dark Reaper. hits on that side. Here. Surprisingly, Tiaris ends up being the target. Didn't expect that. So I'm going to shift Tiaris over. And have her probably... I'm gonna have her attack blessing someone. So... maybe just Leon? Might be a good choice. So there we go. And then let's have everyone on this side attack. So Razortooth gets hit twice by Lana and by Bozel. On the other side, Bernhardt attack and retreat. I'll have Leon smash and retreat. And the Ares is just going to attack on the spot. AoE hits. Another AoE hits. So because Bernhardt, Ares, and Leon all have the buff, that's why I took 2 damage from Darkweave. Except for Bozel, because Bozel wasn't next to someone that was fighting Darkweave. As for facing against Razortooth, well, everyone else is pretty much next to someone that has that buff as well. Right? You and your adjacent friendly units take less damage effect. So let's continue. Bernhardt first. And shift 2 tiles back. Leon next. And back. Ares next. And then on this side, it's going to be Lana to start. Bozel to follow up. And I guess I'll have Tiaris self-heal. Alright. So I'm gonna have Bernhardt begin everything once again. And back off 2 tiles. Going to have Leon. Attack. And retreat. Ares will also strike. And then on the other side, Lana strikes. So turn 5. They're already nearly dead. Gonna have Bozel faction buff. Or yeah. And Tiaris is just gonna healing light someone. Well, heal someone, healing light everyone else. So like this. 1 AoE. Right. 2 AoEs. But everyone lives, so just gonna have Bernhardt finish it off instead of faction buffing at this time. Lana was single target. Guess I'll place Leon here for now. I'm going to have Tiaris heal up my Bozel. And Bozel is going to Dark Reaper. Alright. So on turn 7, I'll have finished off both enemies. Perfect. So now, guess I'll just have Lana free strike down the Razor Tooth and spawn wave number 2. So wave number 2, it's the Eel King. The Eel King, at the start of every turn, will summon 3 random electric eels. By random, it means positive form or negative form. One form is immune to physical damage, one form is immune to magic damage. The thing about these electric eels is, in addition, when the Eel King is below half health, it spawns a 4th electric eel. The annoying thing about the electric eels is that first, every turn, they lose 35% of their hit points, so after 3 turns they die. And when they die, they will grant the Eel King 3% stat increase. Alright, so it's going to get stronger and stronger with more defense and magic defense as a result. So in addition to this, the Eel King, every time it loses 20% health, it switches between a positive form and negative form. Positive form does physical damage, negative form does magic damage. And last but not least, it's that every turn, at the end of the Eel King's turn, it will apply on 3 of your characters a random charge energy, positive or negative. The charge energy effect is basically identical to the level 70 Thunder Dragon effect, where your character will do damage to characters within 1 ring of it. Alright, so quite annoying, but manageable. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to figure out how to position my characters properly to face off against the Eel King, where my characters are spread out so that they're not next to each other. Alright. So to start, I think my best bet is to simply have Bernhardt faction buff to begin things. Okay. And then I'm going to have Leon just smash the Eel King and retreat for now. Now this turn I don't have any of those charges, so I can place my characters close to each other. I'm going to have to spread out after this though. Okay. So let's have Ares run across and attack. And I think I might as well have just trying to figure out how to position properly. Maybe I'll do this. Bozel attack. And finally, I think I'll miracle up everyone like this. Alright. So, attacked. 3 random eel spawn. Positive ones are immune to physical damage. Negative one, immune to magic damage. And finally, some of my characters have this yellow special effect on them. It looks like to be Ares, Tiaris, and Bernhardt. So that yellow special effect is the charge energy, the AoE damage that they'll deal. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to position my characters. So why don't I... Why don't I do this? I'm going to have Lana attack at 3 range on the Eel King for now. To start. And I'm going to have Bernhardt also attack. Hold on. Ooh, the Eel Kings are actually blocking my path. That's annoying. What if I do this? just going to attack and maybe retreat like this for now, or maybe place myself here. Whatever, let's just do this. I'll retreat. I'll let Bernhardt attack and retreat. I'm going to have Tiaris place herself here and attack blessing someone. So whatever, let's shoot the Bozel. And I'm going to have Bozel fireball the Eel King. And Ares, and just roar attack the Eel King, like so. So there, that's the first 20% health off the Eel King. So a lot of my characters are going to get attacked this turn. Right. From different directions, but it works. Ooh. More eels spawn. So let's have Bernhardt attack. And just move back a tile like this. Going to have Lana attack at 3 range. Alright. Tiaris has the charged energy negative effect. So now that it's negative, it looks like red lines on the unit. So right now it's Tiaris and Leon that have it. So let's have Ares continue to noble charge. I'm going to have Bozel, Dark Reaper, Leon, if he attacks, will have to retreat pretty far away. Something like this. And finally, let's have Tiaris heal up Bernhardt and Healing Light Theaters. Ares gets hit. Bernhardt gets hit. Ares gets hit. Oh, yeah. My Bernhardt has his exclusive gear, right? That's why he's applying the stat debuff onto the Eel King, even at 3 range. Alright, so a bunch of eels. One eel died melee attacking my Ares, but this looks okay overall. So the ones who are affected right now is Lana. Yeah, I think it's Lana, Leon, and Ares. Right. So let's just have Ares strike where he is. And now, Eel King is knocked below 60%, so it's back to positive form. Oops, I should have had... That was my mistake. I should have had Bernhardt strike first. Careless mistake on my part. Just gonna end Lana's turn. and have Bozel faction buff. So no attacks from these two this turn. And Leon is going to smash attack the Eel King and wrap back, I guess. And I'm actually gonna shift Tiaris over to heal up these two. Since she doesn't have the annoying electric charge effect. Otherwise I would have stayed where she was. So a bunch more eels die, killing themselves. And the other eels should continue to just target my characters for now. There we go. More eels spawning. So this turn I need to have Bernhardt faction buff, but Bernhardt is one of the ones with the charge energy effect. So charge energy is on Bernhardt, it's on Leon, and it's on Lana this turn. So let's start with moving Tiaris. Right. And I think I'll attack Blessing Bozel. Alright. So let's have Lana. Since Lana has a charge effect, she has to attack at 3 range. If she has 2, she can move 1 tile forward and have the sorceress participate. Alright. Bozel is gonna toss out a fireball. Bernhardt is going to faction buff. Let's have Leon assault attack the Eel King and retreat back. And Ares is going to continue to attack. So as long as the characters have healing light, they're actually kept quite healthy, despite the attacks. So I'm not too worried. And one of them killed himself on Ares. Alright, so... who has the debuff? Lana, Bernhardt, Lana, Tiaris. So, start with Lana then. 3 range attack. Let's have Bernhardt. Hegemony debuff. And back off. Leon. Attack. And retreat. Ares. Roar. And Eel King is now down to 39% on turn 12. I'm going to... I think I'm going to miracle up. And have Bozel attack at 2 range. So now it looks like the debuff, which is negative again, the red one, is on Leon, Bernhardt, and Lana. So why don't I start things off with Bernhardt. The Hegemony debuff, 20% defense reduction, so that everyone else can follow up. So, use up that negative charge energy effect. Gonna have Leon as well. Jump in with a smash. And back off. So they both have that negative energy debuff removed. And then I'm actually going to shift Lana over to healing to affect all three of them. First, let's just have Ares attack. Then shift and probably heal. So healing light and heal up these characters here. Lana can also move up a tile to attack in this situation. And then finally Bozel. Fireball. The Eel King. Turn 13. Enemies nearly dead. Even though they keep getting more stats, the sheer amount of debuffing of defense is keeping my damage high from Ares, Leon, and Leon. Oh, this is annoying. They're all blocking the path now, really blocking it. So this guy has a negative charge, immune to magic damage. Well, I guess I'll have Lana, Dark Reaper. There's starting to be too many of these eels on the map. Now I need... Going to have Bozel, faction buff. But first, I think Bernhardt can kill off this negative electric eel to free up a spot to attack. Wait, does he have... No, he doesn't have that annoying debuff, so I'm just gonna move him like this. So I'm gonna have Bozel's faction buff. Going to shift Tiaris back over and attack blessing someone. Why don't I make it Leon or Ares this time around? So Leon can attack and retreat, and the Eel King is now down to 20% hit points, switching back to positive energy on turn 14. So I still have 6 turns to finish off the Eel King. It's a hairy strike. A lot of eels are falling, giving the Eel King some more stats. But we're nearly done. Positive energy effect is on Leon, charge energy positive. And I think that's it. Leon, Bozel, and I guess Ares. Okay. So let's have Bernhardt faction buff to start. Let's have... So Lana is actually in a bad spot, really. But if she did get the effect, what I would do is I would have Leon attack here. I would shift Leon over. I would have Ares attack with his lightning skill. Then I would probably have Tiaris shift over here. And that way... Lana and Bozel can also attack like this. So... Lana... And then Bozel. And we're just about done. So I guess I'll do a quick overview of my character gear and so on once I finish this fight, to give people a good idea of, you know, the stats of the characters that I'm running. So who has that lightning effect? Bernhardt has one, Lana has one, and Ares has one. So I need to shift once again. So this guy has the negative, it's a negative electric charge eel, meaning it is immune to magic damage. So I guess I'm gonna have to have Leon crush it, right, as one of the characters who is not electrically charged. So I'm going to start then with Lana attacking here, getting rid of that electric charge effect. I'm gonna have Tiaris now shift over to get out of the electric charge effect of Ares and Bernhardt. And then Bernhardt can start by striking the Eel King and moving back a little. And Ares can noble charge attack. And finally, Bozel can probably finish off the Eel King with this strike. So, certainly this Lord's Will, the talent of Bernhardt, debuffing the defense and magic defense of the Eel King, helped a lot for this fight. There we go. Yep, Bozel Dark Reaper finishes off the battle. And there we have it. So this is one method of clearing it. So in terms of my party members then, I guess I should go over them. Let's see. Ares has pretty close, very high attack, 599 plus 475 as a 6-star hero, bringing Noble Charge, Roar, and Lightning. In terms of the enchants, there's 14% Ragnarok, 4% attack lacerates, I guess 3% on the King's Crown, and 8% on this Judge's Talisman. So you can say 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 14, that's a 29% attack increase in total for Ares. On Leon, who is another major damage dealer I brought, Leon's attack is 620 plus 464. Okay. Seal Guardian with 15. His exclusive, which is actually level 20 as a side note, but his exclusive has 2. Okay. His helmet, Fury of Tyr, has 3, And his Slayer's emblem has, you can kind of say 9. Okay. So let's say 15 plus 2 plus 3 would be 20. 20 plus 9, so another 29% attack increase on my Leon. Bozel, for this fight, is bringing... He has magic defense of 377 plus 296. He has a blue moon on equipped with 3% magic defense. Galaxy Cloak with 13. Soul Stealer Headdress with 11. And then a Speed Boots with 10. So 10 plus 11, 21. 21 plus 13, 34. 34 plus 3, 37 with another 5% from the blue moon. Okay. So the maximum I think is actually 40, 45, something like that. 45 I think. So I'm going to just swap him back to bringing a Miracle Staff since he's not doing single target strikes anymore. But that was my Bozel for this fight. Lana is probably the worst off, but it's okay because Lana started the fight by reducing the magic defense of everyone of the Eel King to allow others to do additional damage. She's bringing Dark Reaper, which can ignore 30% of the enemy's magic defense, as well as Freeze Strike. So magic defense Intimidate was to allow Bozel to do more damage. And she has the Blue Moon with I guess, 14% you can say. A Black Bride with no int increase. Bringing a Charon with 4 int increase. And then a Vidar's Rose with 7% int increase. So, you know, sometimes streaming both Charon debuff as well as magic defense Intimidate, allowing others to do a lot more damage. That's why I have a Charon on her, not her normal gear. Right? Like normally, I would run something like what was it? I think I usually run a Soul Stealer Headdress. Okay. But here for this fight, I think normally I run a Soul Stealer Headdress for potential silencing. But for this particular fight, the Charon was probably better, right? For the debuff that it can apply. I can also keep the Charon on her. It's not a big deal, right? But in terms of the int increase, it's like 14, 14 plus 4, 18, 18 plus 7. That's a 25% int increase. My Lana's int is not that high, out of the maximum of 35, right? So that was 1, 2, Ares was covered, Leon was covered, and then Bernhardt. So finally Bernhardt, his stats don't particularly matter. He was here to apply the Lord's Will talent. And so he has his exclusive Overlord's armor so that he can apply it at 3 span. He has Spirit Boots so he can attack and retreat. Look, notice the Spirit Boots is at level 20, right? A Chief's Helmet because I have one, and a Mjolnir because I guess I have one as well. So the Mjolnir has what? 11 plus 3, 13% attack, plus 3, 16. I think 16, nothing on the Chief's Helmet. 16 plus 7, 23% attack increase. But once again, Bernhardt was not so much about damage as reducing the enemy's attack and defense. So Ares and Leon did more. Right? And of course, faction buffing them so that they hit harder as well, because it allows the Emperor's Honors characters to have 20% increased damage dealt. Alright, so I think... and finally Tiaris. So Tiaris didn't have a faction buff, that's why my characters weren't getting healed to full. But she brought Attack Blessing, Miracle, and Heal. In terms of gear, it was a Full Moon Enchant, Goddess Left Hand, 15% int, Baldur's White Robe, 5 int, so that's 16% you can say. Yggdrasil Reef with 3%, so 19%, and then 19% plus, I guess, 9%. So 28% int increase on Tiaris. The soldiers weren't getting fully healed, but the soldiers were able to tank all the damage anyways, so it worked out just fine, despite not having a faction buff. And that's it. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you found this video and information useful to you. And on that note, Nitro out.